You're listening to E-Commerce Fastlane, Episode 18.
Welcome to E-Commerce Fastlane, the podcast show to help you build, launch, grow, and scale a wildly successful e-commerce company. Listen to real conversations with proven practical strategies and success stories. Learn how to generate more traffic, more sales, more profit, and customer lifetime value for your Shopify store. And now, your host and e-commerce entrepreneur, Steve Hutt.
Hey there, it's Steve, and welcome back to the E-Commerce Fastlane podcast. If this is your first time listening, this is an e-commerce show where we have honest and transparent conversations about building and thriving online with your store powered by Shopify or Shopify Plus. Now, new episodes are available each week in iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or Spotify. And you can also sign up at ecommercefastlane.com and be notified when new shows are being released. Now, today I'm chatting with Ari from Gift Wizard, and you're going to learn about an exciting opportunity now that store owners have, that when you can use gift cards now as part of a multi-channel customer acquisition and retention strategy, and a technical breakthrough with gift cards for those in retail or pop-ups that also have online stores and retail stores. So it's very interesting. So let's jump into the show. Hi, Ari, and welcome to E-Commerce Fastlane.
Hey, Steve. It's great to be here.
So tell me a bit about your entrepreneurial journey so far, kind of leading up to the launch of the Gift Wizard platform.
Well, I actually come from a very, very different background from e-commerce. I started off getting a bachelor and master's degree in medical research, and then working as a consultant for one of the top non-dilutive funds agencies in the world. We work with the federal administration to provide private funding to huge medical projects. I met up with the Gift Wizard team when I was finishing my MBA, while they were still an app that was providing a way from people drinking in a bar to gift drink to their friends drinking in other bars across the world. Which is a kind of fun story.
Yeah.
We then transitioned into e-gifting and partnered up with Shopify to bringing a new age of gifting to the online stores, and have since focused more on stored value cards, which is the technology behind gift cards, debit cards, alliance cards, and the rest of the value cards that you know.
So I know definitely there's the gift card market. I mean, we always, read a lot about this, that it's a huge industry, like multi-billion-dollar industry. You also hear things about maybe some gift cards are not completely redeemed and some of the money is kind of left over in La La Land. But let's talk about, like, literally that happens. I know, and I think that's the reason why a lot of retailers are using gift cards, is that, there's a benefit to have them available for people to buy them and give them as gifts, but a lot of time they're not completely redeemed, which kind of equals extra profit because sometimes they expire and or they're never used or they're forgotten. And that's just generates an extra 10 or 15% of extra profit for that brand because it's not being used. But there are huge advantages right now to use gift cards as being a Shopify store owner and just in e-commerce in general. So can you kind of talk about that part first?
Yeah, sure. So the phenomenon that you're describing is called gift card leakage. Which is it's like not a very sexy term, but
no.
A great percent of gift cards, I think around 30 or 40%, are not being used. And in the past, this was a gold mine for stores. I mean, gift cards that are not used are basically money in your pocket. You got money and didn't provide any service for it. Unfortunately, the federal government of the US of A also took notice of this fact and decided to kind of put legislation in place to stop that from happening. Across the states of the US, each state kind of did their own thing in terms of legislation. So many states now prohibit stores from placing expiration dates on gift cards, or they place an SKU law so that gift cards are considered unclaimed property if they're not used over a certain amount of years, forcing stores to forfeit their profit into a state-owned account. So, so there are a lot of moving parts in the in the gift card industry happening in recent years, and this is a part of the fact that Gift Wizard as a company placed the goal of providing a better gift card service for online stores because of these changes in the industry.
I had no idea about that there's legislation now that says that, you can sell a gift card, and if it's, let's say, doesn't have an expiry date, if you're at least going to that level, and then there's a certain amount of money left over on it, and you're saying that some states potentially are kind of forcing merchants legally to forfeit that money back to the state because it's not being used by the person who purchased the card.
Oh, totally. And it's one of the service that we give to merchants because this creates kind of a mess for their accounting. We now tell merchants specifically for each gift card that is sold in which country it was sold because, online stores now sell globally. So you can have a store in Arizona and people will buy gift cards from you in New York or LA. And each one of those states have different legislation. And so our team of experts and legislation experts now view each and every gift card and automatically provide your accounting with the exact legislation for the state in which a gift card was bought on. So you don't have to dive into the nitty and gritty yourself and save your accounting a lot of headaches.
So gift cards are obviously growing. It's very clear. So can you kind of give us some details on from your side about just that overall growth?
Sure. So if we're taking it from the top, then the first gift card using payment infrastructure was introduced by Neiman Marcus, and then the late Blockbuster, which still have a store in Alaska, by the way. Only one store in the US. Oh,
Lord. No internet up there. No Netflix, right?
Yeah, probably. So it all started in 1994, which was way back, like 24 years ago. And then gift cards just went from paper to plastic to digital, which is where we are today. So as of 2018, gift cards are a $160 billion business in the US alone, $307 billion globally, and they're expected to reach around $700 billion globally in 2025.
It's very clear that the market is as big as you say it is, because if you go to any retailer, go to any corner store, go to Home Depot, go to Walmart, go anywhere, and always on a lot of the checkout wraps and near the front of most stores, even grocery stores, they usually have an end cap or some kind of a turnstile set up with like every gift card you could possibly imagine, from Visa kind of prepaid cards to all of the major brands, even iTunes, gaming cards. Like it's pretty amazing, and it proves that if they're willing to give that amount of shelf space to a gift card, even restaurants and stuff, I've noticed it's pretty amazing. Like it's a handy thing to give to somebody when you just don't know what they need or what they want, and there it is. But it's interesting that large retailers are making the decision to have space. They're obviously getting a slice of the pie to activate these cards. It's a much needed industry. You're saying $160 billion domestic in 2018. It's pretty incredible.
Totally. And you're exactly right. You really touched the point there. And it's not just the major retailers. It's also your mom and pop shops. So everybody is placing gift cards in the front. And the reason for that is the challenges in gifting. Gifting is exploding right now. We all know the numbers. People are spending more and more on giving things to their friends. But we also know how challenging it is. You don't always know the size or the color or the style. You don't even always know the address. And these barriers are just being swept away when you use an online gift card. You just send it to their friends. The friend can buy whatever they want. And that is why 81% of all customers buy one in this holiday season.
Well, I have. And I have, and I've also received them for Christmas gifts. It seems every year, there's always going to be a restaurant or two, or a Costco, or a Home Depot, or a something kind of card, and And to me, you're right. It doesn't feel like it's a bad gift. I enjoy giving them. I enjoy receiving them because then you really get to go out and get what you actually want. Because sometimes you just can't get inside the head of the person that you're giving it to about what they actually need. And at the end of the day, you feel good when you actually go and use the card and redeem it and buy something that you actually wanted or enjoy a dinner out. And, my wife and I, sometimes we get them for Christmas at a couple of restaurants near us and, we get to use them 6 months later. We're like, oh, and it kind of brings us back. Oh, we got this for Christmas from this person. And so it's kind of fun.
Yeah, and the statistic we always go back to is that although 79% of customers would like to give, some sort of a thoughtful gift, the same number would prefer to get a gift card. So,
Well, yeah.
the psychology is just crazy. And you touched on a very, very good point with restaurants and department stores and stuff like that, because we now see an increase in self-used gift cards. So many of those locations now take advantage of the high margins that gift cards provide and actually gives you incentives to buy a gift card for yourself. So you can now buy one get one. So give your friend $100 gift card and you get $10 for yourself, or you can buy an $100 gift card for $80 because it's worth so much more to the store than an actual product. They feel comfortable giving you incentives to buy them.
And I noticed that too recently. The place where I get my hair cut, they have a deal with their gift card saying the gift card costs $100, but your $20 haircut is free today if you buy this card. It's basically you're getting a free haircut and then you'll get 5 more $20 haircuts later by using that card, which I always go there. So it literally is a no-brainer for me. And I have just pull the trigger, spend the $100 and get the gift card and get the free haircut, which I do. So every fifth haircut is free for me based on just buying that gift card. So it is a no-brainer.
Exactly. So it buys loyalty, it buys customer retention, it drives ROI. If you're gifting it to someone else, then it's an actual excellent form of user acquisition. I mean, with one purchase, you gain 2 customers. Most often, gift cards are exceeded. So if they increase the cart value because they're enabling you to buy things you would never have if you had to start from scratch. So if I want to buy a GoPro and I got a $50 gift card, this brings me so much more to my goal. It kind of allows you to jump over that price hurdle without offering discounts and cheapening your brand.
Right. So how does multi-channel kind of fit into this kind of situation? Because I know that it's a massive topic right now where people are trying to figure out how they're going to market themselves in these different channels out there. And do gift cards kind of fit into that mix too?
Yeah, totally. And you mentioned the Visa cards and MasterCards, and we all know that they, or iTunes cards, and we all know the kind of open loop gift cards, allowing you to buy in multiple locations, which is something we also support. We have one of our clients, the Miami Heat store, the store that provide merchandise for the NBA team. They have a physical location as well as an online location, and they need something to support both the stores that are bought physically in their brick and mortar store and those that are bought online. And it's a great challenge for stores.
And then I know the reason why I had you on the show today was because I have quite a few clients and merchants that have used your service more in a bulk mode where they're like, we wouldn't mind trying to reactivate our email list through a campaign, sending out $5 or $10 gift cards with the hope of them coming back to the store. And a lot of these campaigns have been quite successful. So maybe you can share with the audience about your kind of bulk gift cards and kind of how that plays out.
Yeah, we're really proud of this tool. I mean, we've launched it, I think, half a year ago, and it's provided an amazing ROI. There are a few different aspects to it. First and foremost, as you mentioned, as a purely marketing tool, we know we have merchants such as Alien Outfitters that have sent out 80,000 emails offering a gift card to their customer list, going into social, telling them, look, we're going to send out gift cards tomorrow or in 48 hours. Here's a link. Sign up to our mailing list. And it not only bumps up their mailing list by a number of percent, I think 5 or 10%, but also the reaction of users to stores just giving them gift cards and not coupons, not discounts, not trying to get them to do something, just giving them a gift. The response is amazing. It's like just getting cash. And because of that, we're seeing around a 17% click through rate, which is off the chart for mailing campaigns. The industry benchmark is around, I don't know, 2%, 3%. So it really blew us out of the water.
I could see that.
Another aspect of the bulk tool is in terms of just generating them and selling them to third-party merchants. We have just an example. Roka is an amazing eyewear store in Shopify, creates tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of gift cards, and just selling them to third-party merchants who then resell them to customers. It's an amazing ROI just because, as you said, it costs nothing to make, and they don't pay sales tax. They don't need to deal with shipping. They don't need to do any of that. And beyond just the actual value of the card and getting back, we're also getting new customers. So it's just amazing for the stores.
And then what about using, I know we kind of touched on it, but about using gift cards more of a marketing tool or kind of a user acquisition tool. Do you have any examples you can share about that?
Yeah, of course. So as I said, any in-store gift card that you sell is basically a new customer that you make, a new customer that you gain their email, you gain their address, you put more of their info in your analytics, you track what they use the gift card for, how much more they're spending on it. And each and every one of those parameters can factor into future campaigns, future ads that you release, product strategies. So any way you look at it, it's just an amazing tool for stores.
So obviously there has to be some challenges, I think, of gift cards. So maybe we should maybe dig into the legal, because you mentioned it a little bit, and I did a little bit of research before we were recording, but I think there's a few kind of US acts, or there's certainly some challenges, I think, of having gift cards and executing with gift cards and kind of disclosures and kind of responsibilities and stuff. So can you kind of share from your perspective what you know and kind of how Gift Wizard is kind of making sure that they are compliant to all that with their merchants?
Yeah, so as I said, a few years ago, gift cards were just a gold mine for stores. I mean, it was just a pure kind of a lending money operation. So a customer would pretty much lend you money for services you're not yet giving, and then they would just forget about it, and you got to keep the money. In 2009, sorry, the Congress passed the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act, which pretty much put in place consumer protection for gift cards and enabling state laws to decide what they want to do with their gift card laws. So, for example, in 2016, New York passed new legislation that says that you can't charge customers for gift card inactivity. Up until that point, I mean, whenever someone was holding a card, you could charge them each month for just holding it. Now you can't. If they're not using their cards for 3 years, then the money on that card just go to a state-owned account. Essentially, now stores have to be vigilant. They need to know exactly when a gift card was bought, when a gift card was last used, what country was it bought in. And so it really creates a lot of headaches for accounting purposes. And this is one of the topics that we tackle. Another thing with gift cards is that people tend to lose them. They tend to lose their code. They tend to forget how much balance they have. A lot of different tiny issues. They send a gift card to their friend. The friend never got it. So unless you have a great management software that can track each and every one of the gift card and provide real-time data to your support team, it could be a sort of mess. And that's one of the reasons that we as a company decided to go into this field in order to provide the service that will relieve all those headaches and provide a carefree gift card program for stores.
So what about fraud? Can that be an issue at all with gift cards?
Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought it up. We all suffer from fraud. Fraud is really a plague on e-commerce, and when we're talking about gift cards, fraud is an issue. We know that nearly 10% of all online fraud is downloadable e-gift cards. It was always a problem with paper certificates or plastic certificates because systems weren't syncing properly. Because of the new upgrades and new accomplishments in the online market, we can now better track gift cards. We can enable merchants to decide if they want to activate certain cards in real time or choose to disable them in real time. We also linked up with major fraud prevention agencies and also the services offered by Shopify in order to better track high risk high risk transactions and prevent gift cards from actually being activated before the store has a chance to verify that the customer is a real person and that no fraud is connected with the transaction.
Right. And I know Shopify definitely as a core platform has, some fraud scrubbing measures built into it, especially if you're on Shopify payments. But then there's also some third party solutions, and you can choose to kind of authorize the money, but not capture it pending a human actually looking at the order and going, okay, do I want to approve this $500 or $100 gift card? And then at that point, when it's approved, then I guess it triggers an event to then activate the card.
Exactly. And that's exactly what we do. It's very, very important for merchants, especially the bigger stores. And I'm happy to say that over the last months, we've taken many strides in order to make sure that almost no fraud is touching the gift card.
So let's dig into the actual solution now, the Gift Wizard solution. So I understand that definitely you and your team have certainly turned a corner when it comes to Shopify store owners now, especially for ones that run retail or pop-ups locations, and then they also have an online store. And so what was the current issue? And then like what is Gift Wizard now solved by retail and online stores in relation to gift cards?
So it's funny, we all focused on e-commerce and we all hear that malls are being closed and that e-commerce is the future, and it's true. But still, 9 out of 10 transactions are happening in brick and mortar stores, in retail stores. And we do see a lot of merchants using pop-up shops such as, Gymshark are really strong, and Potpourri. All of those guys are doing pop-up shops in order to engage their customers, which is an amazing idea. But
right.
When doing so, they kind of mess up their whole gift card program because of the need to sync up between physical gift cards and online gift cards. In recent months, just like you said, we turned a corner and now offer a way to bunch brands together, basically creating a branded card that works across platforms, across locations. You can go into a store just like if you bought a gift card in a Macy's in LA, you could use it in a Macy's in New York. Now for Shopify stores, you can buy a gift card in one location and use it in any other location on the platform, across platforms, POS, the online, all bunched together, and you're really proud of this solution.
Yeah, it's and this was the primary reason why I had you on the show today. I mean, I've definitely have used the other features of Gift Wizard that I mentioned, like the marketing part of it, and building retention and reactivation of people with bulk gift card transactions and execution of that strategy. But this one particularly really caught my attention when we talked last week or the week before, because I have a merchant, quite a large merchant in fashion, in LA, and they run 2 retail locations in Southern California. They also have a very busy online store that I help manage. And their challenge to me was, hey, you know what? We want to sell gift cards because we know the benefits of them, and because other traditional fashion retailers have them available because people want to give gifts from their store. And the challenge that they brought to me was, hey, why does the gift card that I've purchased in my store, why does it not work with my online store? In their particular situation, they had 3 separate instances of Shopify. So meaning they had a separate login for their online store, which was the busiest part of their business. But then they had 2 other separate logins or Shopify stores, not running the e-commerce part, just the POS part on 2 other stores. The reason they did that is because they wanted to be able to manage inventory on each location. So that made sense to me. The challenge of that is the fact that, if you were to buy an e-gift card or a physical gift card in their online store, you couldn't then just walk into one of their local locations and actually use the card or the e-gift card because they just weren't syncing together. So then our conversation started getting some technology partners and getting some quotes. And it turned out to be quite an expensive proposition. I saw the quotes, $10, $15, up to $20,000 in some cases to connect the databases of these multiple stores. For all intents and purposes, 2 were POS locations, but one was the online store, having them all sync in real time, depending on, buying in one location and then walking over to another location and using it, or going on your phone and using that card, just was not happening. And so I'm excited now that you've solved that. So maybe you can kind of share exactly how this is playing out now.
Sure. So this is actually a question that we got from from the Shopify Plus team, and we were really happy to comply and create a solution for that. Basically, they told us people are going into stores and opening their phones, just looking at the clothes and buying them online while being physically present in the store, which was really ridiculous. And so what we did is we created a database, and that database collects every gift card that is bought in the store, both online and physically. And what we do is we bunch brands together. So let's say that let's say Kaylee Cosmetics, and Kaylee Cosmetics will have a location in LA, they'll have a location in New York and in Denver. And each and every one of them will have their own separate URL, or even let's go global. Kaylee Cosmetics will have a European location, and they'll have an Australian location. Our system knows to bunch all the brands together. And so gift cards that are being bought in store A will work on store B, store C, store D. If it's a different currency, we know to convert the currency to from pounds to euros to dollars, and everything is being collected in a central, safe, and secure database through the Shopify Plus gift card API.
It's exciting because I know after this recording, I do have a call with one of my merchants, and this is exactly what I know they're going to bring up. They've brought it up to me numerous times, trying to figure out the solution, an inexpensive solution, and it sounds like you've solved that pain, and it's exciting to this really is turning the corner. It's the next chapter, I believe, for Gift Wizard, and for those that are not using gift cards yet, that what a great opportunity. To have access to both sides, the marketing strategy part, and then the long-term kind of lifetime value if you do happen to get involved with a retail or pop-up and your online store, and you want to get involved with gift cards. This is an awesome opportunity. So,
yeah, just one thing. We love getting those requests from Shopify. The last one we had, stores are being constantly migrated into Shopify from Magento, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, and they all have thousands of gift cards out there, maybe tens of thousands of active gift cards. And when they move between platforms, those gift cards just go defunct. And whenever someone will go into the store and try to use them, they'll just get an ugly error message. And, best case scenario, they'll contact the store. Worst case scenario, they'll just think they're victim fraud and start putting the store online. And so Shopify came to us asking for a way to migrate all those codes. And we were able to, using this multi-channel solution, we were able to provide the customers of each store that is migrated into Shopify to continue using their old codes on their Shopify store. And so they're none the wiser. The store migrated and they didn't even know. Same code would work in the new store. So yeah, we were very, very excited about this.
So we're nearing the end of the show for today. Do you kind of have any closing comments that you'd like to leave with our listeners?
Yeah, I mean, in today's world where merchants are constantly looking for new ways to increase their sales, they really can't afford to neglect their gift card program. It's a major, major tool in their disposal. It increases ROI, increases profit margins, and when it's managed correctly, it's really an amazing way of acquiring new customers, increasing loyalty and sales.
Yeah, and I wrote a note here as you're speaking today, and one thing that hit home was the strategy that someone did with social media and offering gift cards to people on social media to sign up for this kind of event, and then just the viral effect that happens by capturing email addresses kind of in exchange for a gift card, I thought was a really compelling offer. And it's a strategy for those listening today that, you're starting to grow your brand or you have an established brand. What a great opportunity to be able to re-engage people and, through word of mouth and kind of a viral effect of offering a gift card that really costs you nothing if it's not being used. And it's a little bit of profit, a margin loss, fair enough. But it's a small cost per acquisition to get someone to get a gift card and then be exposed to the brand. And so pretty neat. So I really, that's one of my big takeaways, among other things, but that was one of them. So, so how can people learn more about the kind of the Gift Wizard app and this whole solution?
Well, first and foremost, go to our website, giftwizard.co, read up on case studies. As you said, strategy is very, very important to e-commerce stores. And so take a look at the case studies, take a look at how the big guys are doing it, all the success stories, all the ways that all the ingenuity that comes into creating a very, very successful gift card program. I also have a gift for your listeners.
Thank you.
If you go into the link that I'm sure you'll provide in the notes, you'll get 20% off on all of our paying plans. So you can go ahead, start building your gift card program, and just see how your margins continue to grow.
That's awesome. I totally agree with the strategy part, and I will in the show notes. I'll put links to, I guess, your most popular kind of case studies and kind of success stories for other Shopify store owners. I'm sure there's going to be some case studies now coming. Now that this union of retail and online are now joined up, I think that's going to create another interesting explosion for this solution. And once again, Ari, thanks so much for coming on the show. Thanks for you and the team for putting this together. I think it truly is a game changer in this industry, in just retention and growing a Shopify store. And kudos to you and the team.
Thank you for having me, Steve. I mean, Shopify Plus have been great to us, and we're really, really lucky to be able to give back to merchants.
Awesome. All right. Well, have yourself an awesome day.
You too. Bye-bye, man.
All right. Take care. Well, that's it for this episode. It's exciting how much marketing power you now have available with gift cards and Shopify, and now with the Gift Wizard solution. Ari shared a staggering number that over $160 billion worth of gift cards will be purchased in North America this year in 2018, and an incredible $307 billion globally. Like, it's just a phenomenal opportunity right now. Really, the time is now to create your gift card strategy and get your share of this exploding market. I highly recommend that you head on over to the Shopify App Store and add the Gift Wizard app to your store and, see this solution and what it can do for your brand. And don't forget to mention e-commerce Fastlane podcast and get 20% off if you choose one of their paid plans. It's a great deal. And, again, Ari, thanks so much for being so generous with your time and this offer. On the next episode of E-commerce Fastlane, I have a chat with Josh Enzer, who's the co-founder of Swell Rewards. And, they're an incentive marketing platform that helps Shopify store owners drive more revenue and lifetime loyalty. We chat about the recent Yotpo acquisition of Swell Rewards. And, Josh kind of shares some great tactics on how to scale one-to-one referral links to build loyalty and customer lifetime value. It's a fantastic episode. Can't wait for you to check it out. Well, thanks again for taking time out of your busy day today and listening to the show. I truly appreciate you and your entrepreneurial journey with commerce powered by Shopify. Thanks for being a supporter and a loyal listener of the show. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week and take care.